Closing statement that I'd like to read if that's an appropriate time.
That's fine.
My name's Lisa Sturwell, and I'm 62 years old.
Let me pause you quickly. Do you tend to call yourself as a witness? Do you tend to tell me? Do you tend to call any witnesses other than yourself, ma'am?
Just myself, sir.
Okay. Ma'am, raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Go ahead and state your name for the record, please.
Lisa Sturwell.
You can continue, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Good morning, Your Honor. My name's Lisa Sturwell, and I'm 62 years old, and I live with chronic heart condition that worsens with worry and stress. My husband, Charles Chuck Sturwell, is 71 years old, and is in palliative care with a prognosis of approximately 2 to 12 months. Because of his condition, he needs a stable, calm, secure home environment. My husband has clean hands in this matter. He's never posted videos about or to the respondents. He deactivated his TikTok account when he discovered a respondent was following him. Excuse me. He has not participated in any efforts to retaliate or otherwise engage with these online attacks. He has not encouraged or joined the harassment in any way. We are here today because of an ongoing campaign of targeted harassment, defamation, intimidation directed at my family and me by the respondents, Principal Lisa Cochran and Randy Gronkowski. This is not a private argument between two people. The respondents and their followers have repeatedly posted false and damaging statements about me and my husband. They have published private and identifying information, and they have encouraged others to attack and threaten us online. The respondents have falsely accused me and my friend, Michelle Mimi Metzler, of being groomers, have falsely claimed multiple restraining orders exist, and have publicly alleged that my husband is violent. They have also accused my husband of criminal conduct, including selling his pain medications and doctor shopping. Those allegations are completely false. My husband is under a strict pain management contract with his palliative care doctor, and there's no possible way he could engage in those acts. But the mere accusation creates the risk of interference with his medical care and suspicion from providers, or even unnecessary investigation by law enforcement. For a man at the end of his life, those false statements are not only defamatory, they're dangerous. As recent as September 6th, Ms. Cochran again called me and my friend Mimi groomers, again declaring publicly that my husband has court protection orders, which is not true. She's also stated that claim under oath in court, even though no such orders exist. She's tried to change or minimize the meaning of the word grooming, but the court knows and the public knows that grooming refers to sexual exploitation of a child. It's one of the most damaging accusations a person can face. For that reason, I included in my exhibits the accepted definition of grooming to show the court exactly how serious and false the accusations is. Ms. Cochran has shifted her language from calling me a child predator to saying a groomer, but the effect is the same. It tells the public I am a danger to children, which is false, defamatory, and dangerous. The respondents escalated further by invoking human trafficking rhetoric and repeatedly insisting the public must protect the children. They framed ordinary, benign contact with a person who contacted me and my friend Mimi on our accounts, which were set to 18 years old and older, as something sinister, implying that Mimi and I target minors. While the respondents have repeatedly accused me publicly on social media of grooming or trafficking, to this date they have not filed a criminal complaint or sworn statement to law enforcement regarding their accusations. That discrepancy matters. They accuse us online to inflame the public, but they have not asked the police to investigate. Because there's no crime to report, the result is a real risk of vigilante action, harassment, and false emergency reports against me. The respondents have also used an audio clip of a video my granddaughter made in their post. While they have not used her image that I'm aware of, they have repeatedly played or posted recordings of her voice to further their narrative about me. That use of the minor's voice in this context places her in the middle of an adult dispute and causes real emotional harm and concern for her well-being.
Did you think about that before you posted Mystic Lisa's granddaughter? And you knew who she was when you posted her. You knew who she was when you talked to her.
Has included imagery and statements I reasonably interpret as threats. Images of an open grave, repeated references to
the open grave was when my dog died.
Family members with statements about proximity, and additionally, Ms. Klimkowski has publicly stated she has enough people who can try to get me jailed or institutionalized. Taken together, these posts function as intimidation and a risk of real-world harm to me, my family, and my friends. When I first tried to defend myself online, I found it only gave the respondents more material to twist and more fuel to escalate the harassment. For that reason, I stopped posting and stepped back. I chose to deactivated my account and bring the matter here to this court so it can be resolved lawfully and fairly. To be clear, my husband's medical care has not yet been disrupted, but the false and inflammatory allegations, including claims that he sells his medications or engages in doctor shopping, increase the imminent risk of escalation. They could lead to false emergency reports, unnecessary investigation, or disruption of his pain management plan. Given my husband's fragile condition, that risk is foreseeable and dangerous. I have attempted to resolve this without court involvement. I posted an Olive Branch video asking for the harassment to stop, deactivated my primary account, and served a cease and desist letter. Those efforts failed. In fact, immediately after the Elkhart hearing, where the judge admonished both parties to refrain from social media attacks, that Ms. Cochran took me to court. Ms. Cochran posted again from the courthouse parking lot and has continued to post through the eve of this hearing. I have collected those most recent posts as Exhibit 19 so the court can see how recent and persistent this conduct is. Everything on the binder is the respondents' own publicly posted materials, videos, screenshots, comment threads, and records that show their statements and the responses they provoke. I'm not here to harass or retaliate. I'm here to document what they have published and ask for protection from continued harm. The evidence demonstrates a pattern of doxing, defamation, incitement of followers, exploitation of minors' voice in post, intimidation, threats, reputational and potential financial harm, and refusal to stop despite prior admonitions. At this point, our only realistic remedy to stop this ongoing conduct is relief from this court. We seek a permanent protection order, and if the court finds it appropriately, narrowly tailored gag publication restriction to prevent further incitement and harassment. We need our peace back. We need to live in our home without fear on who's going to show up at our door, without worry that false accusations will trigger investigations that could disrupt my husband's care, without seeing a child exploited in their post. For the safety of my husband and for my own health and the livelihood of the well-being of my granddaughter and my friend Mimi, I respectfully ask the court to enter protective relief requested in my petition, including a permanent protection order and appropriate publication restrictions. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, that was a statement. You're under oath. I know you mentioned exhibits and things that are marked. I don't have any of that yet. So.
Your Honor, there's a master exhibit index that has summaries that can help you understand what these exhibits, a short summary of these exhibits.
One moment.